What's good? It's Lot 360, and today we're going to be doing an astrological observation of the sky. We got the sun in Capricorn and the moon in Libra, and the theme for this is relating your business and your status. With the moon being in Libra, we're going to be reacting and responding to cardinal air, creating and initiating a new way to think and communicate via our relationships, how we network, how we relate, balance, and thinking and communicating. And the way it's going to be seen, the way it's going to be expressed, is going to be filtered through the sun being in Capricorn. We're going to be communicating, we're going to be wanting to relate our status, our career, our business, the things that we're organizing and the things that we're trying to gain structure in our position, and what can alternately become our popularity. So these are going to be the things that we're going to be wanting to relate and communicate, and the things that we're going to be networking and sharing with. And the way this energy is going to play out, since these two are cardinal signs, this is going to create a square. So this fusion and friction is going to create a little frustration between our actions and our viewpoints and the things that we're paying attention to, which is going to be the sun and Capricorn, and our reactions and our emotional state in the world that we're in at the moment, which is going to be the moon and Libra. So we may be a little frustrated with relating these things and communicating these things and conveying these things and trying to gain balance within these things with the people, places, and things that we relate to and are in a relationship with, and how we relate in general in our associations. So this is going to be kind of like a frustration that we're going to have to learn how to adjust, learn how to get with, and learn how to balance out. So this is how this energy is going to play out with our actions and our viewpoints and our reactions and our emotional state. But with the moon being in Libra, we're also going to be experiencing this grand air trine in the sky. So we're all going to have access to this air energy. So we may be a little airheaded when it comes to how we correlate our emotions and how we correlate how we feel and how we gain security and reality, and how we go about our love matters, and how we love, appreciate, and value, and indulge and desire. So and also how we go about our passions, motivations, and desires. So we're going to be a little airheaded in this energy. So with this airheaded energy, this may put us in the energy of overthinking, over communicating on the negative side. But on the positive side, this can put us in the energy of coming up with new ways and new ideas of how to go about this energy, coming up and creating balance and associating how we can attain these things, and coming up and conveying ideas with people, places, and things that we can share ideas with, of how to go about these things and how we can attain these things as well. So this is what this grand air trine, we all got access to this grand air trine, which is going to be with the moon being in Libra. With the moon being in Libra, how we gain security and safety and shelter and support. Saturn being in Aquarius, how we love, appreciate, and value. Saturn being in Aquarius being in Venus. Well, Venus being in Aquarius. See, I'm a little airheaded right now. This energy already got me. I'm airheaded. I'm already airheaded, and I'm a water sign. But Venus in Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius, Moon in Libra, and Mars in Gemini. So these are going to be the areas of life that we're going to be wanting to communicate about. These are going to be the things that we're going to be passionately invested into and wanting to communicate and come up and create new ideas of how to go about these things, and new perspectives that we can, new perspectives and directions that we can take, and actions that we can take to obtain these things and make these things more logical, make these things make more sense, so they can be actually seen as something that can be manifested into the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. So these are the ideas and the conversations that we're going to be wanting to have, and we're going to have a gift to have it. So we're going to be having this gift to be more fluid and communicating these things. We're going to have this gift to be more unique in communicating these things, and be more light when we're communicating these things, like our emotions. When we're communicating things like our emotions, how we connect that to our passions and motivations, desires, and goals, and how we connect that to how we see and gain structure and reality. We're going to be more light in this area. We're going to be more open to receive and more open to give information in this area when we're talking about this grand air trine playing out in the sky between these signs and between these houses. So, and we also got Mars going direct. And with Mars going direct, this is going to be whatever. When Mars is in retrograde, we had time to sit back and look at the drawing board and be like, okay, this is something that I'm into. This is something that I want to do. This is my passion. This is my motivation. This is my goal. This is my desire. We had time to sit back at the drawing board and observe these things and look at these things and kind of procrastinate a little bit, and but now it's direct. So it's time for us to be more direct and be more, have that intent behind, really have that intent to go for the things that we are passionately invested into, the things that we are motivated towards our goals. So we got to be more direct. We got to have the intent to go for these things now, because we got to be more serious with these things now, because it's plenty to going direct. You don't want to get left behind, because things are gonna Mars, our passions, motivations, and desires is gonna feel like it's gonna be getting sped up now, since it's going direct. It will slow down. This Gemini energy was slowed down when it was in retrograde, but now since it's direct, this energy is gonna be more sped up. So we're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna have the sense of, okay, we don't want to feel left behind. So we're gonna be wanting to communicate. We're gonna be wanting to talk. We're gonna be wanting to conversate. So make sure that you're not talking too fast and saying things too fast, because this energy can lead into you saying things too fast that you don't mean, and it can kind of hurt somebody or harm somebody, because it's still Mars there. We still got a planet of Mars, the planet of destruction, the planet of anger, the planet of aggression, the planet of passion. Make sure that you're not saying things too fast during this period of time, because Mars is direct, and you know Gemini deals with communicating, conversating, thinking, conveying ideas, and networking. So make sure that you're not saying things too fast during this period of time. But we also got the moon. We also got the moon squaring off with Mercury, and with the moon squaring off with Mercury, this is going to be learning how to gain emotional comfortability and relate your status with the people, places, and things that you're networking with the people, places, and things that you're in a relationship with. So this is going to be a square with our emotions and our feelings and how we connect, and our emotional stance on things, and our thoughts and our ideas, and how we think and communicate. So this is going to be kind of like a thoughts versus feelings, fusion and friction going on with our emotional states in the world that we're in, and how we connect, and our thoughts and ideas, and the things that's on our mind and what we're thinking about, because the things that's on our mind and what we're thinking about is going to be filtered through Capricorn. And that's still in retro. Mercury's still in retro, but it's going to be filtered through Capricorn, cardinal Earth, creating and initiating new ways to think and being practical. So the things that we're going to be thinking about, and the things that's going to be on our mind, is going to be our status, our career, our business, our security, Earth-like things. But the things that we're going to be wanting to connect to, and the things that we're going to be wanting to relate, or connect to and express through the emotion and feel vulnerable with, is going to be filtered through cardinal air. Our relationships, balance, harmony, communicating, networking. So this is going to cause this, in a sense, it's a square, a 90-degree angle. We're going to have to learn how to blend these two energies together. We're going to have to learn a learning process to how to blend these two energies together. And while we're going about that and experiencing that and trying to blend these two energies, this may cause a kind of a minor frustration between us. This may cause a minor frustration between us and the individual that we're trying to relate this energy with. So yeah, stay mindful of this energy. Stay know this energy, know this alignment, and you'll be able to correlate it more easily without that minor frustration really affecting you and wash you up under the current. And we also got moon squaring off with Pluto. So we're going to be learning how to transform our relationships during this period of time. We're going to learn how to transform these things. We're going to learn how to transform these things so they can match more with our status and our career and our reputation, and how we want to be known, what we want to be seen for. So we're going to be learning this. We're going to be going through this transformation also, so we can be more so we can have that emotional comfortability with relating these things with the people, places, and things that we are associating with. So this is going to cause a frustration as well when we try to go too far and try to initiate too much of this Capricorn Pluto energy, or try to be over relative during this time. But this isn't going to play out as negative as it looks, because they're both dealing with the left brain energies. They're both dealing with air and earth. So this is not going to be such a negative energy playing out in the sky right now. But this is going to put us in a circumstance, a situation where we're going to have to learn how to transform and take power and control over our relationships, so it can match more with our status, our career, what we want to be known for, what we're trying to gain structure in, and things that we're trying to organize during this period of time. And we also got the moon trine Saturn. And with the moon trine Saturn, this is going to create a gift for us to emotionally connect to reality and our responsibilities. So we're going to be emotionally connected to reality and our responsibilities in our associations, because Saturn is in Aquarius, and with Saturn being Aquarius, Saturn wants us to see reality through the people, places, and things that we associate ourselves with. This can be a person, a place, a thing, or a job. So So Saturn wants us to see if these people, places, or things that we are associating ourselves with helping us or harming us during this period of time. And we're gonna have this guilt to emotionally connect to these things and observe these things, so we can be able to see, like, okay, is this helping me or is this harming me? And this may be coming through the filter system of a relationship or a person that you're relating with, or someone that you're trying to build something with or organize something with. But and we also got Moon trining Venus, and with the Moon trining Venus, we're gonna also, this is gonna create a gift for us to connect to our pleasures, our love matters, how we compromise, how we express love, and how we receive love. So the way we're going to be expressing love and receiving love is going to be filtered through the Aquarian energy, new agey energy, networking, new technology, communicating. We may want to see, with Aquarius being the Venus, the way love may be perceived during this period of time is through like social media, texting, likes, Instagram, YouTube. This, because it's that new agey energy. Aquarius always come with that new agey energy, so that's how we may see love during this period of time, through that new agey energy. But it still gives this Aquarius is still have that authentic and unique way of expressing. Well, Venus and Aquarius is still have that unique, authentic, and original way of expressing their love, because it's dealing with Uranus. Aquarius deals with Uranus, so they're always going to be unique and original on their way of going about things. So we may be kind of like unique and original. We may want to like see love in a new, unique, and original way, like not something that's old and outdated that's already been there. We may want to switch it up when it comes to our love matters during this period of time, because we're going to want things to be new, unique, and original. And if we don't see that playing out, we may start to change and rebel and oppose against this person, place, of things that we are in cahoots with. So make sure that you're not too much into that energy, because make sure that you're not too much into that energy, because when Venus leaves Aquarius, we're gonna be like, okay, dang, this is somebody that was really there for me, helping me build, helping me gain security, helping me like structure my life, and I changed, and now we gotta have this now I got somebody to rub and shoulders with. Now you're gonna have this what's the word I'm looking for, this tension built up between y'all two. So make sure that you don't dive too much into that change, rebelling, and opposing energy that Aquarius can like have sometimes. So with this, but with the Moon trining Venus, we're gonna have this gift to connect to our love, our how we compromise, how we receive love, and how we express love in our pleasures. We're gonna have this gift to connect to these things. We may be wanting to communicate and balance these things. We're gonna be wanting to relate these things. We're gonna want to like gain like an equilibrium between this energy and this energy signature. We're going to be wanting to communicate these things and relate these things, so these things can be more fluid, more harmonious during this period of time, with the Moon being in Libra, that being the world that we're in. So, and we also got the Moon trining off, we got a Moon in conjunct Neptune. With the Moon in conjunct Neptune, this is going to cause a misunderstanding, and what this misunderstanding is going to apply to this is going to be, we're going to be misunderstanding, we're going to be missing the point, we're going to be sinning when it comes to how our dreams, illusions, creativity, imaginations, and fantasies and delusions. So this is gonna cause a misunderstanding on how we emotionally connect to these things and how we relate these things and how we can gain balance within these things. So we're gonna be missing the point. We're gonna be missing our perspective. We're gonna be missing a perspective of how we can obtain these things and how we can make these things make sense and how we can make these things more light and more free, and how we go about and communicate these things. We're gonna be missing the point of how to go about this energy during this period of time with the Moon in conjunct Neptune. And we also got the Moon oppose Jupiter, and with the Moon opposing Jupiter, we're going to be feeling kind of uncomfortable with our experiences during this period of time. So our experience is going to be filtered through Aries, our cardinal fire, creating and initiating a new way to see and feel. So we're going to be wanting to be, when we're talking about Aries and the Aries energy, that's more of individuality. And when we're looking at Libra, that's more of relating, being in a relationship, and networking and balance. So when we're looking at these two energies are different, but they can help each other out, because you don't want to be taken advantage of. You don't want to be that person to get taken advantage of. You always want to have a piece of your individuality. You always want to have that your individual space, and that individual thing that you're passionate and invested into. You don't want to be a person that get taken advantage of or seen for somebody else, like So with this energy, this can kind of call, this can be like, okay, you on the side of this can be like a tug of war, where you don't know which way to go. You don't know if you want to be a relatable person and be like in a relationship, or you want to be an individual person and just go about your own individual passions and the things that you are passionately invested into. So this is where this energy can kind of play out. Like, okay, this is where the opposition can play out, where you on one side of the seesaw and the other side of the seesaw is over here. So what we're gonna want to do with this opposition is that we're gonna want to like gain an equilibrium between these two energies. So to find where these energies are, or whatever area like excuse me, hold on, I gotta take a sip. Whatever area life you got Aries, and whatever area life you got Libra, this is where this energy is going to play out, and this is where this energy is going to be playing out. For an example, I'm going to hang myself on the cross. I got Aries in the first house. So my experiences is going to be predicated on the personal people, places, and things in my personal life. That's where that's where this energy is going to be expanding for me. And this is where this energy is going to be like taking place in my houses, in my area of life. So it's going to be dealing with the personal people, places, and things in my first house, and how I expand on that, and how I express my individuality with those people. And with the moon being in my 7th house, the things I'm going to be connecting to and the things that I'm going to be wanting to relate to, it's going to be filtered through the 7th house, the house of relationships, the house of networking, the house of relating and balance. So these are going to be the things I'm going to be wanting to connect to during this period of time, with the moon transiting through my 7th house. So this is going to be a 180-degree opposition, a 180-degree angle. So I'm going to have to learn how to gain an equilibrium between these two areas. And how I'm going to do that, how I'm going to gain an equilibrium between these two areas is I'm going to do it like this. Okay, how many planets are in my first house? I got 2 planets in my first house right now, and I only got one planet, well, one body of water transiting through my 7th house, and that's only gonna be there for like 2.5 days. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cater more to the Aries energy. I'm gonna cater more to this Aries energy, this individuality, my passions, my goals, my motivations, and my desires. I'm gonna cater more to this energy than so much of this Libra energy, because this is where more planets at. So it's gonna be like Libra's gonna be getting hit a little bit, because we also got Chiron in Aries. So I'm gonna cater more to this energy, but I'm still aware of Libra, of the moon being in Libra, and I still know that this is the world that we're in from every geographical location. I'm still aware that this is the world that we're in. So I'm still going to play a percentage level of this Libra energy, but I'm not going to be too much of an individual, because if I be too much of an individual during this period of time, I'm going to be seen as selfish. I'm going to be seen as an egotistical person. I'm going to be seen as a narcissistic, not a narcissistic, but a selfish, egotistical person. Because what God wants to see right now, and what God wants us to do, is to be more relatable, is to network, is to communicate, is to balance more right now during this period of time with the moon being in Libra. So this is the energy that I'm going to be catering to, but I'm still going to find time and space to go about my passions, my goals, and my desires, and the things that I'm trying to birth to become new, that I can manifest and build on. So that's how I'm going to correlate this energy. Whatever area of life you got these 2 planets playing out, or these 2 signs and energies and bodies of water causing fusion and friction in, that's how you need to correlate it too. But yeah, we also got the moon opposing Chiron. So we're going to be feeling uncomfortable with the mistakes that we make. And the way that's going to be played out, the mistakes that we're going to be making, is going to be played out through